Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I am so excited because I am coming at you with my bookshelf tour. There's some things I want to say though before I cut to that footage. My bookshelf is really tall. I'm 5'3" and I don't have a tripod. I was using a selfie stick for a lot of it, so forgive me if the angles are kind of off. I am super excited to show you this. This was an early Christmas present from my mom. I've wanted a bookshelf for like the past year, and this was extremely long to do. This was like originally 32 minutes of footage. I cut down as much as I possibly could. I'm looking over this way because that's where my bookshelves are. And I want to say shout out to everyone who has done this, that has really big, like a really big library, because I don't know how you do it. It probably took you 2 hours. But let me stop rambling. Without further ado, here is my very exciting bookshelf tour. We have Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. A local author, How I Shed My Skin by Jim Grimsley. The Girls by Emma Cline. My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. Magnia, forgive me, by Maria Devana Heatley. A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini. Shanghai Girls by Lisa See. Everything Must Go by Jenny Fran Davis. I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Redskin. Grey, 50 Shades as Told by Christian by E.L. James. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Vanishing Acts by Jodi Picoult. The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Winter's Tale by Mark Halperin. On the Road by Jack Kerouac. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Tender is the Night by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Charlotte Bronte by Jane Eyre. And Emma by Jane Austen. And the last book on this shelf is Into the Wild by John Krakauer. First displayed, I have The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I'm going to move her out of the way. And now these are my read books. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. This Song Will Save Your Life by Layla Sowers. Love Warrior by Glennon Doyle Milton. I have An Arc of What I Lost by Alexander Ballard. I have Are You There, Vodka? It's Me, Chelsea by Chelsea Handler. Me Before You by JoJo Moyes. The Paris Wife by Paula McLean. Push by Sapphire. Choke by Chuck Palahniuk. The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. And Black Ties and Lullabies by Jane Graves. Books. Up first, we have Alphas by Lisa Harrison. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Looking for Alaska by John Green. The Short and Tragic Life of Robert Pierce by Jeff Hobbs. 11/22/63 by Stephen King. And The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Nefrenagin. A Million Little Pieces by James Frey. Something Blue by Emily Giffin. Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Marie Semple. Wishbones by Virginia McGregor. Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. Wander by R.J. Palacio. Have This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Troper. A bind up of Surfacing Life Before Man and the Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Before You Sleep by Lynn Ullman. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ning. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. Still Alice by Lisa Genova. Room by Emma Donahue. Stolen by Lucy Christopher. Blood Done Sign My Name by Timothy B. Tyson. The Accidental Family by Rowan Coleman. Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So let's go into some of my mass markets. I have Life of Pi by Yann Martel. Confessions by Sasha Campbell. The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. Coming Up Roses by Catherine Anderson. One of my favorite authors, Brenda Jackson, with Fire and Desire. And now I have my little tiny yellow section. This is definitely going to fall over, but I have Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. And The Undomestic Goddess by Sophie Kinsella. Next two. So let's get to the second to last shelf. First displayed, I have I Don't Belong to You, Quiet the Noise and Find Your Voice by Kiki Palmer. Now let's get into the other books. I have An Ember in the Ashes by An Arc of A Crown of Wishes by Rashani Chosky. 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. Such a Arc, copy of Such a Pretty Face by Kathy Lamb. I have Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. The Dinner by Herman Note. Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rafker Burnett. Excuse me. The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. It's Kind of a Funny Story by Nev Vizzini. Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Roses by Leah Mitchum. And The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. And that is my, and this is my thriller slash true crime shelf. And this one doesn't belong here, but it kept falling on the last shelf. So I have Yes Please by Amy Poehler. The Snow Garden by Christopher Rice. In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The Widow by Fiona Barton. Savage Grace by Natalie Robbins and Stephen L. Aronson. Who's Calling by Robert Galbraith. Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Pretty Baby by Mary Kubica. Under the Harrow by Flynn Berry. And The Husband's Secret by Leanne Moriarty. Now I'm going to take you to my other shelf. We're going to start at the top. This is my favorite shelf. I have The Chemist by Stephenie Meyer. What She Knew by Gillian McMillan. I didn't want to say Gillian Flynn. I always mix them up. Shadow Me by Tahar Murphy. Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. Almost Like Being in Love by Steve Kluger. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. And a new favorite, Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Now this is my favorite shelf ever of all my shelves. This is my Cassandra Clare shelf. I'll start with what I have displayed. I have The Mortal Instruments graphic novel volume 1 by Cassandra Clare with artwork by Cassandra Jean. And I have the 10th anniversary City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And I have a vlog and a flip through if you would like to see what those two look like. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. Up first I have City of Bones. And I have my Olaf bookmark. Then I have City of Ashes. Then I have City of Glass, my favorite. City of Fallen Angels. City of Lost Souls. And my second favorite, City of Heavenly Fire. Then I have, but I'm not going to take them out of their box set. I have the box set of the Inferno Devices with A Clockwork Angel, A Clockwork Prince, and A Clockwork Princess. And then I have Tales from the Shadowhunters Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brandon, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Weisserman. I have The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brandon, and Maureen Johnson. And I have Lady Midnight, the first book in the Dark Artifices trilogy. Okay, so that's my Cassandra Clare shelf. Okay. Must complete it. Yes, that's my Cassandra Clare shelf. Okay, so let's go down. Well, I'm going to have to get them. I'm going to have to sit down for these last three. Okay. So these are my, the next two are my shelves where I have all of my series slash like most owned authors. So we're going to start out with the Twilight Saga slash Stephenie Meyer. So I have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, Breaking Dawn, and The Host, all by Stephanie Meyer. Now we have, except for Cinder, because I'm currently trying to read that, we have The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. So there would be Cinder, then there would be Crest, Scarlet, and Winter. Now I have the Hunger Games. Is it called anything? The Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. We have The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, all by Susan Collins. Then we have The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy by Jenny Han. We have The Summer I Turned Pretty, We'll Always Have Summer, and It's Not Summer Without You. And I don't know if these are in the correct order. So then we have two books in the, I think the first two books in the Chronicle, in the Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. There is the Throne of Fire and the Red Pyramid without its dust jacket because I lost it. Cannot find it anywhere. Then we have, it's supposed to be the Shatter Me series, but obviously Shatter Me's on my favorites. And I have Ignite Me Out to read. So all I have is Unravel Me by Tahar Mafi. So here we have The Problematic Miss Sarah J. Maas. And we have a book I actually like, A Court of Thorns and Roses. And then I have the first two books in her Throne of Glass series. This is the second, Crown of Midnight. And then we have Throne of Glass. Got these. The only reason I got these, sadly, is because they were at the library book sale for $1. And when are you ever going to find something as popular as Sarah J. Maas for $1? Oh, you don't want to go back on the shelf. We'll set you. Then I have Maggie Stiefvater. The first two. Let me move my hand. The first two books in the Raven Cycle Quartet. I have The Raven Boys and The Dream Thieves. Now all I need is Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and The Raven King. Then I have Libba Bray. I have The Diviners. And the first and the last book in the Gemma Doyle trilogy, A Great and Terrible Beauty, and The Sweet Far Thing. At a weird angle, so bear with me. But this is my LGBTQIA plus shelf. I'll start with what's displayed. It's a recent read for me, and that's Autobiography by Christina Lauren. We have Fun Home, a family tragic comic by Alison Bechtel. A Favorite of Mine, Binge by Tyler Oakley. The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williamson. The 5 Stages of Andrew Brierley by Sean David Hutchinson. Whatever by S.J. Gosley. No Holding Back by Kate Evangelista. Hero by Perry Moore. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Illyri Science. I know I butchered that. All I Know and Love by Judith Frank. The Vast Fields of Ordinary by Nick Bird. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. If you don't notice this one, there's the cover. I think that was a Target exclusive. I don't know. Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. The Bermudez Triangle by Maureen Johnson. And last but not least, Lies We Tell Ourselves by Robin Talley. And that is my LGBTQIA plus shelf. And that concludes my bookshelf tour. Thank you for bearing with me. This was a journey and it was harder than I expected. So that was my bookshelf tour. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, I have a lot more space left on my bookshelves, so let the book buying commence. I also have another bookshelf, but I didn't show it because it's bare, like only one shelf contains books. That shelf is for my library books, my um get to be hauled books, and then I have like three more shelves that will just be overflow. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because I worked really hard on it. And if you would like to, you can subscribe to my channel, share the video. It really, 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 really helps me. And as always, until we meet again, bye.